How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. My name is Troy, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. This is the second day me filming a video in my new room, but it's still quite echoey in here because I don't have anything on the other walls, so hopefully I can get that done today. And I want to take time to thank everybody for their support with the channel, especially the video I made about the ATF coming to my house a couple of years ago, accusing me of selling firearms for a profit without a license. And as I mentioned in that video, it was for the newer subscribers who didn't know anything about that. And it really took off. It's got over 265,000 views. And I appreciate everybody that's watched that, and especially all the new subscribers that came from that video. It's over 4,000 new subscribers. So welcome aboard. Today's video we're going to talk about the two foreign countries have joined forces in a $10 billion lawsuit against U.S. gun manufacturers. The Bahamas joined Mexico Wednesday to appeal a federal judge's November decision to dismiss a $10 billion lawsuit against U.S. gun manufacturers for deaths caused by firearms. Bahamian Prime Minister Philip Davis announced the decision, saying the firearms used to commit violent crimes in his country are manufactured by American firearm companies and illegally trafficked across borders. The appeal follows a November ruling in the U.S. District Court, the District of Massachusetts, where a federal judge dismissed Mexico's lawsuit against gun manufacturers, Smith & Wesson Brands Incorporated, and Sturm Ruger and Company, a critical element of the government's effort to reduce violent crime in our country. Is cracking down on the proliferation of firearms, with particular focus on strengthening borders and entry points, and on interrupting networks of illegal smugglers. Davis said in a statement, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago, and the Network for Human Security filed an amicus curiae in the appeal. Unlawful trafficking of American firearms must be curtailed at its source. The U.S. gun industry, the gun manufacturers and distributors from a single nation, must not be permitted to hold hostage the law-abiding citizens of the entire region of the world, the brief said. In September, a federal judge dismissed the first $10 billion lawsuit against U.S. gun manufacturers, ruling that the companies were under protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act passed in 2005. In October, the Mexican government filed another lawsuit against 5 gun manufacturers, claiming that 500,000 guns are moved across the border every year. Davis argued that the U.S. gun industry, including the bulk sales of guns to dealers, is connected to significant harm in Latin America and Caribbean regions. The brief points to an increase of gun violence in the Bahamas, including collateral damage to unintended victims, including Bahamian children caught in the crossfire in recent years. Another example of harm cited in the brief includes the use of firearms by Haitian gangs in violent crimes and kidnappings, which has led many Haitian migrants to leave the country, Davis said. After Mexico filed the lawsuit, 13 states and Washington, D.C. announced support for the lawsuit, later denouncing the defendant's motion to dismiss the case. And of course, the states include California, Massachusetts, Minnesota, and New York. While the law may grant firearm manufacturers some protections, it is not a free pass to knowingly allow their products to land in dangerous hands. Democratic Attorney General Rob Bonta said at that time, "Pardon my French, but fuck Rob Bonta. He's a gun-hating piece of shit." And then when it comes to Mexico and these other countries, especially Mexico, you have the cartels, then you have the police and the military, and a lot of them are involved in the cartels as well. And we've all heard of Fast and Furious, and you can't tell me that's still not going on at this time. The gun manufacturer's responsibility is to make a safe and legal product. It then goes to the distributors and then on to the FFLs. And people that purchase those firearms have to pass a background check. It's not like these gun manufacturers are sending pallets and pallets and containers full of firearms across the border to Mexico, or sending them on a container ship somewhere. The only thing that these gun manufacturers are responsible is to make sure that these products are safe and are not faulty. What people do with these firearms after they were purchased legally in the United States is not any of the responsibility of any of these gun manufacturers. It's ludicrous to think so, and it's ludicrous to file suit against them. And mark my words, and you guys know it, the main reason for them doing this is trying to put the gun manufacturers out of business. As always, I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts about this story in the comment section down below. And as I mentioned at the starting of the video, I really do appreciate everybody's support. You guys have been crushing it with all the likes and sharing and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. It's just unbelievable to me how well the channel's done this month. And I'm very, very grateful for you guys' support. And I invite you guys back to see my next video.